please rise for the singing and playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the invocation.
Colors. Attention. Hut. Right shoulder. Arms. Forward. Arch. Colors. Halt. Present. Arms.
Evangelina Martinez will now sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through that night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order. Arms. Post. Post. Ready. Step. Forward. Arc.
Thank you, Ms. Evangelina Martinez and the color guard for the presentation of colors. Lieutenant Javier Ramirez will now deliver our invocation.
I ask that we have a moment of silence for all firefighters who have lost their lives in the line of duty, but especially for one of our own honorary volunteer firefighters, Bruce Covey, who passed away this weekend. Thank you. Bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this gathering as we come together to honor the members of Recruit Class 17 Alpha, their families and their instructors. We ask you to be their guide and guardian as they move through their careers with their families. Strengthen them with your heavenly protection that they may step forward with sympathy and compassion and offer their hand to those in danger and distress. Protect and give them all the patience, judgment, and mercy to do your work. Lord, we come to you this day asking that you kindly send your blessings upon them, their families, and our fire department. In your heavenly name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Lieutenant Alanis. Will the guests and fire personnel please be seated? Academy Class 17 out. Take your seats. Good afternoon, our Fire Chief Valdes, our command staff, distinguished guests, our guest speaker, Deputy Chief Daniel DeYer, McAllen Fire Department personnel, family and friends. Welcome to the graduation promotional ceremony for Academy Class 17 Alpha. My name is Lieutenant Raul Guzman, and it's an honor to be your Master of Ceremonies. And it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you to this special event. At this time, I would like to introduce Fire Chief for the McAllen Fire Department. Fire Chief Rafael Valderra started his career in 1993 and has served the city of McAllen Fire Department for 25 years. He rose through the ranks as firefighter, driver, lieutenant, captain, assistant chief, and he was appointed Fire Chief on March 11, 2013. Chief Valderra holds an Associate's of Applied Science degree from TSTC in Harlingen, where he majored in chemistry. He holds numerous master certification disciplines from the Texas Commission of Fire Protection, along with a hazardous material technician. He is currently the Vice Chairman of the Hidalgo County Fire Chiefs Association and the Regional Director of the Texas Fire Chiefs Association. Chief Valderra is married to Delia, and they have a son, Andrew. McAllen Fire Department Fire Chief Rafael Valderra.
Thank you, Lieutenant. On behalf of the McAllen Fire Department, welcome to our graduation celebration. Today is a great day for Academy 17 Alpha and the McAllen Fire Department. I am very proud of these young men and what they have accomplished. It's been a long journey for them, for their families, but today is a day of celebration. I hope you enjoy our program, and as mentioned, my name is Rafael Valderra, Fire Chief for the City of McAllen. I'd like to start by recognizing our honor guard. You know, sometimes they come out here and do their job and nobody ever recognizes them. I want to recognize our honor guard. Great job of our honor guard. Let's give them a hand. I also want to thank the City of Brownsville Fire Department for the bagpiper, Desi. He always does a great job, and let's give him a hand also. At this time, I'm going to ask our mayor, Jim Darling, to come give us an official welcome and say a few words. Mayor?
Thank you, Chief, and welcome everybody. It's an exciting day. As you can imagine by the crowd and the ceremony, this is a big day for the city of McAllen. It is. We're very proud to be here. I want to introduce a couple of our commissioners. In fact, it's such a big day, we actually had a quorum sitting at the table. We didn't talk any official business, so if you're looking at that. But we have Commissioner Veronica Whitaker's here today. Commissioner Omar, you stand. Commissioner Omar Quintanilla is here. And Commissioner Joaquin Zamora. You know, as city commissioners, we realize the importance of having great public servants in our city. And so we do give the chief and the staff, hopefully the resources to put on the best academy that we can. And I think it's the best academy in the state of Texas, no offense to the chief from Dallas. But at any rate, you know, it's a gruesome one. I think, you know, so for us in the military, we went through 6 or 8 weeks of basic training. You guys go through a lot more than that to prepare them to be public servants. And that's what they are. It's it's a public service to our citizens. Many of us have been in public service for a long time. I'm in my 40th year, and it's a great, great career. It's very rewarding. But I think that when you're involved in public service as a first responder, as these fire department personnel are, that's really special. And it's a special career. I'm going to tell you, young guys in there, your career's going to go pretty fast. Next, one of you is going to be sitting up here, hopefully, someday, and the career goes by fast, but it's so rewarding to serve the community, not only in the capacity of public service, but certainly in first responders and the role you play in keeping our citizens safe. So family members, congratulations. You're looking forward to have a great career as a family with first responders and part of the public service that they're going to provide our citizens. We appreciate you being here, and we look forward to a great career with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Mayor, and the Commission for all of your support for our department and taking the time to be here. Now I'd like to ask our City Manager, Roy Rodriguez, if he can come up here and say a few words, please.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, sir.
and congratulations to all of you. What a great day today is for the city of McAllen, as the mayor said, and certainly for you. You know, I also want to thank the gentleman from Brownsville for those bagpipes. It's so moving. It just gives me chill every time I hear that. I don't know why. I actually remember the first time I heard bagpipes. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And it's a tradition that goes back to the fire department for hundreds of years, so thank you again. So obviously, great day, right? Pretty awesome day. I want to congratulate you in completing the rigorous academy that it takes to be here today. You, along with your family, should be very proud. As I talk to your family members, I really meant it. It's a day that all of you need to come together and celebrate. Now more than ever, I want to tell you this too, you will need those people that are important to you to help you continue on this journey that you are beginning today. You have joined one of the very best cities in the state of Texas, and certainly one of the best fire departments anywhere. No offense to Dallas. Public service is a true calling. It is a tireless love of serving others, and for those of you in public safety, it is the greatest of calling. For me, you know, I've been in public service for over 30 years, and I can tell you, I can attest to the quality of the organization that you are joining today. You've already proven that you are better than most by being here. Now take advantage of that. Take every advantage provided to you and take advantage of this great opportunity that you've been given and become the very best that you can be. Know that your Chief Balderas and his staff, city management, and the city commission support you and know the very commitment that you have made to your fellow man. And that is to risk all for the safety of others. Congratulations and welcome to the city of McAllen.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez, and it's because of the support of city management and our city commission and our mayor that we're able to get a truck like we have outside. That's one of our newest trucks, so thank you all for all your support. I'd also like to thank Assistant City Manager Michelle Rivera for being here. Thank you for being here. I want to acknowledge our keynote speaker, Deputy Chief Daniel DeYear from Dallas Fire Rescue. Thank you for making the trip down to McAllen, and before you leave, we got to get you some real Mexican food. That stuff in Dallas is not real. As I always do, I want to take a moment and recognize our command staff. These are the folks that make things happen, and I'm very grateful for each and every one of them. Please stand as I call your name. Assistant Chief James Schultz. Operations Deputy Chief Juan Gloria. Administrative Support Deputy Chief Ramon Rodriguez. Training Deputy Chief Gerald Williamson, and Fire Marshal Juan Jalomo. Thank you, gentlemen, for what you do. Thank you for serving here. Now, I would like to address graduating class 17 Alpha. McAllen Fire Academy 17 Alpha, you can do anything if you set your mind to do it. Today, you have accomplished your goal, your dream of becoming a firefighter. You have worked hard during the academy, and it has paid off. Now you begin your life as a civil servant. You must work even harder in order to take care of the public, some of which are having the worst day of their life when you see them. They, the public, have entrusted you and will be counting on you to take care of their needs. Let me give you some advice. Stay uncomfortable. Comfort breeds complacency. Always stay hungry to learn and to learn more so that you become proficient in doing your job for the community. I trust that you are up for this challenge, and I have faith that each one of you will be great firefighters for this organization. You should be proud of your accomplishments thus far. It's not an easy task to go through an academy, and I also know you cannot do it alone. Remember that family is everything and comes first. I look out at the audience and I see proud parents, grandparents, husbands, wives, girlfriends, sons, and daughters. These are the precious people you go home to. They are the reason for it all. Thank them. It is through their support that you have been able to accomplish this. McAllen Fire Academy 17 Alpha, I want you to always remember the reason why you became firefighters. I challenge you through your long careers never to forget why you are here. Why are you here? You are here to provide the best service you can to the citizens and visitors of McAllen. As firefighters, you will spend 1/3 of your life at a station. You will find satisfaction and fulfillment in a life of service if you always remember why you became firefighters. I'd like to share a quote by Brian Tracy, author and motivational speaker. Successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, what's in it for me? Now think about that. He's telling us that we should put others in front of us in order to succeed. We, as firefighters, do that every day. In order to provide good customer service, you have to be good at what you do. Continue to learn all you can. The Academy taught you the basics, and now you will rely on this department to challenge you through hands-on training and experience. But it has to come from you. Keep that drive and do not become complacent when it comes to your job, because there may be lives at stake. It is important that you provide the best care to your customers as if they were your family. Don't let your role become a job instead of a calling. Enjoy what you do. Love what you do, and you'll always do your best. Remember how you feel today, right now. Keep this feeling with you throughout your career. Never lose focus on why you decided to become a firefighter. Firefighters, we live by words such as honor, commitment, courage, and integrity. You are McAllen's future, and I anticipate that some of you will be future leaders. Keep in mind one thing: great leaders inspire greatness in others. Firefighting, the greatest job in the world. I think you can agree with that, Chief. Either here or in Dallas. McAllen Fire Academy 17 Alpha. Just like the legacy gift you have given the department, you have been molded, sharpened, shined, and built up to do the job of firefighting. That shiny axe is an essential tool used to do our job, just like you are as firefighters to this organization. Congratulations on the accomplishments you have earned. You are the product of this department, this team that decided to hold our own academies. Now, these academies taught by the training division will be making a difference that will be seen for years to come. 17 Alpha, I'm very proud of each and every one of you. Good luck in your careers. Stay McAllen proud. Take care and be safe. And always remember, everyone goes home. God bless.
Thank you, Chief Balderas. I would now like to introduce our guest speaker for today's event, Deputy Chief Daniel E. DeYear. Daniel E. DeYear is a Deputy Fire Chief in the Emergency Response Bureau for the Dallas Fire Rescue Department and has over 38 years' experience in the fire service. Chief DeYear became a Dallas firefighter in 1991 and has held every rank up to Deputy Chief. He has served as a Fire Academy Commander, Administrative Section Chief of Training, Deputy Chief of Training, the Fire Marshal, and currently is a Deputy Chief in the Operations Division. Chief DeYear serves on the Texas Commission of Fire Protection, Firefighter Advisory Committee, as well as the Curriculum and Testing Committee. He's an instructor for the Texas Fire Chiefs Association, a board of director for Search One, and the vice president of the Dallas Firefighters Museum. He has an associate's degree in liberal arts and in fire protection management, and a bachelor's degree in fire protection management. He has a postgraduate work towards a master's in public administration. Deputy Chief DeYear and his wife, Janet, have 3 children, a daughter who has just moved to New York City, and 2 sons, attending Texas A&M University and the University of Oklahoma. Chief DeYear enjoys spending time traveling with his family, baseball, softball, auto racing, and snow skiing. Deputy Chief DeYear will now offer his remarks.
Good afternoon. Thank you for that great introduction. I need to find a way to make it shorter, though. I'll work on that next time. Chief Balderas, a sincere thank you. I'm honored to be here. I've been down here before to visit your department, and this is a great organization, one of the premier fire departments in the United States. And city management, commissioners, city staff, family members, cadets, congratulations to you all. This is a great day for everybody. It's a great day for the community of McAllen. And that's why the mayor's here, city management is here, because this is a big issue for everybody, and I'm proud to be a part of it. So thank you for that invitation. But we really are celebrating the future. We're not celebrating the past. We're acknowledging the work that y'all have done for the last 10 months, but we're looking to the future because you are the future for the fire service. And I believe the fire service brings us a lot of hope in our society today because we're pretty challenged. In our society today, everybody's either all the way over here or all the way over there on everything. Politics, religion, behavior, beliefs, even generational views and opinions. As a senior member of the fire service, I have the privilege to work with a lot of different generations. There's 6 of them entering in the workforce here in the 6th one. There's 5 in the workforce right now, and that's a challenge for us. And I know as a baby boomer, we hear a lot of times the concern we have for the millennials, but the reality is you're the future. You're going to be running the world here in the near future. And you are our hope. And I have hope through the fire service and how we accomplish that. Regardless of our differences, we have commonality. We're united for a just cause. Whether we're referring to the McAllen Fire Department, Dallas Fire Department, or any fire department in the United States. That's why the term brotherhood means something to everybody who wears a patch or a badge for their career, because we know the job is pretty much the same wherever we are. We're the people that everybody calls when there's no one else to come help them. You're also a diverse group, every one of you. I'm sure amongst you all, and no looking at each other, but some of you are the tallest, some of you are the shortest, some of you are the fastest, some of you are the slowest, some of you are the smartest, some of you are the not so much. And it's a challenge. But you're all here as a team, and you're a team member of the McAllen Fire Department and a member of the American Fire Service. And this is a tremendous privilege that you have and an honor. As a baby boomer, regardless of how great our lunch is today, I love this lunch, this is great, but as a baby boomer, I felt no compelling desire to take a photograph of my meal. That's a difference in some of our generational differences today. We have to acknowledge those differences, but we support them, and that's evident in the fire service because you will be working, sleeping, and eating with each other at the fire service while delivering one of the most proudest professions in the history of mankind. Today, we're acknowledging your training and education, and more importantly, your preparation for what tomorrow brings. While we celebrate today, it is my firm belief that tomorrow is the first day of your true education. If I was to share any advice to any of the gentlemen sitting here in front of me today, the only difference between somebody who has almost 40 years in the fire service as a deputy chief in Dallas and yourself, the only significant difference is I'm a better student than you are. And so is this command staff sitting up here in front of you. We work in a profession where we can't ever sit back and have complacency, as Chief Balderas mentioned. There are too many unknowns. The world's changing every day. And if something's invented tomorrow, something's constructed tomorrow, somebody does something wrong tomorrow, we are in the fix-it business. And not only are we in the fix-it business, we're in the fix-it business right now. That's what we're responsible for every day. And every one of you sitting here today, and the family members that are here that have supported you this far, I promise you, every one of you will make a significant difference in somebody else's life someday. More likely than not, a total stranger. It may be tomorrow, your first day, it may be your last day. You have to be prepared for that moment every moment that you show up on duty. You have to be prepared physically, emotionally, and technically. As Chief Balderas mentioned, never become complacent. You're going to be called to service on the hottest days, the coldest days, the wettest days, and the driest days. Historically are the busiest days in our organizations. Words like insomnia, stress, injury, responding to tragedies and losses. Not one of you will go through your career unscathed by these words. And that's what makes us unique. Train, read, study, all the time, every time. I hear a lot of times when I give presentations on leadership, I hear about motivation, and I'll hear somebody even call me sometimes and say, can you come down and help motivate our firefighters? That's not something I can do. If you ever are lacking motivation, it's easy, because the person you're looking for to motivate you, you can find them easily, because that's the person you're looking at when you're brushing your teeth, combing your hair, or getting ready to go to work. It's on you. What you're looking for is inspiration. And we get that in lots of different places. We find it in movies, we find it in books, we find it in people. You find it in your command staff. Maybe you find it in a speaker. That's where the motivation will come from on your end. You will find that inspiration, but the motivation is clearly on you. Honor, courage, and service. Those words sound familiar to y'all?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Honor, simply doing what's right. It's the standard of conduct. You have a privilege. You will have respect from everybody. Everybody loves the fire department. Mr. Mayor, Mr. City Manager, are they probably the most appreciated service in your community every day? Just like it is in Dallas, just like it is in Chicago, New York, LA, across the country. That's a privilege. Earn it and keep it. Courage. We often refer to courage in the fire service as crawling into a burning building and rescuing people who are trapped. But courage goes far beyond that. Courage is something you need to exhibit at every opportunity. Sometimes it's not falling into peer pressure. Sometimes it's just simply doing the right thing, saying the right thing, making yourself available when no one else will. And service. I've heard several people already here talk about the service that you all are in. We're in the service business. Have a heart for service. Be a servant. Leadership. Some of you right now are aspiring to be in the leadership roles in your organizations. You're already starting to get eager, and you have that fire burning inside of you that someday maybe you'll have that responsibility or you'll have the authority bestowed upon you. But the reality is you already have it. That's what today's about. We're bestowing that authority and responsibility on you right now because if nothing else, you're a leader for yourself. And you have to exercise that leadership at all times. And if we really think about it, if we're not able to do that, what are we going to be successful at? You're about to take an oath. And you're going to take that oath in front of your friends and family, other firefighters, city staff, God, and most importantly, yourself. And when you say those words, I want you to listen carefully to what you're swearing to. You're entering a noble profession. Realize that privilege that you have and that passion that you have in you right now, that fire I alluded to a minute ago that's burning in every one of you that just can't wait for your first serious emergency or your busy shift or your first structure fire. Never let that fire be extinguished. That's the only fire you don't want to put out in your career. Work hard at it. Keep honing your skills. And while you're learning how to have more and more passion for this service, remember you also need to be developing just as much compassion. We will see things that most people should not see, and we do things that are very difficult to do. People don't call us to solve problems that they can fix. One of the worst examples in this country in 9/11, the city of New York was looking for the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard, anybody to come help them, but who did they get when they dialed 911? They got the fire service. We're usually the last stand here in this country for almost every emergency that unfolds, whether it's man-made or a natural disaster. But today, when you take that oath, in my opinion, you become a hero. You're a hero. And our society today sometimes blurs that as to what defines a hero, but I really believe our country's pretty clear that you can go to any firehouse or fire station and we'll always know where to find the heroes. That pride is going to last you your lifetime. It's the stories that are going to develop between here and your retirement. And everybody will have a different set of stories when you finish your career. I absolutely wish you the best of luck, and I hope you have a successful and extremely rewarding career. God bless you and your families, the community of McAllen, and I'm going to ask you all to stay safe and Godspeed. Thank you. It's been an honor.
Thank you, Deputy Chief DeYear. I would like now to bring up Deputy Chief for the Training Division for McAllen Fire Department, Deputy Chief Gerald Williamson.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to our graduation ceremony for Cadet Class 17 Alpha. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure. I have the pleasure of being appointed to and serving as McAllen Fire Department's Deputy Chief, overseeing the Training Division, a division that has tremendous influence in the department. And one of our biggest programs run in the division, one of the programs that we dedicate the most time to and the most personnel to, is the Fire and EMS Academy. Our Cadet Academy accomplishes several goals. First, it seeks over about 9 months to obtain minimum certifications for these gentlemen to be able to operate as professional firefighters in the state of Texas and in the city of McAllen. But secondly, and maybe just as or more importantly, our academy seeks to change the lives of its cadets and introduce them to their new profession, one of service. This is done through passionate work of the training staff and the academy instructors. So right now I'd like to recognize two versions of the McAllen Fire Department training staff. the training staff that was appointed when you gentlemen started your academy, and the training staff that was since modified and was in place when you finished your academy. So the formal training staff, and if you'll please stand when I call your name and be recognized, was comprised of Deputy Chief of Training Juan Gloria, so over to my right is Captain Javier Gutierrez, Captain Philip Winger, to my left and managing the Master of Ceremonies duties, Lieutenant Raul Guzman, and in the back, Firefighter Jerry Peña, and our Training Administrative Clerk, Imelda Cantu. So I think it was important to you gentlemen because you spent a lot of time with that training staff. I do want to recognize my current training staff, the training staff that has been in place for about the last 2 months, and this is the staff that is gearing up for our future in our next academy. So myself as the Training Deputy Chief, again to my right is Captain Philip Winger, Captain Cesar Leos, Lieutenant Mario Sanchez, and holding everything together for us again is our Training Administrative Clerk, Imelda Cantu. So we can't do it without the assistance of the instructors for the academy. We, as training staff, do instructional duties. We also do logistics. We do planning. We do coordination. We manage the records for the state. There's a lot of different things that we do. We can't always be up in front of the cadets, and so we have instructional staff in addition to our training staff. And I'd like to recognize these individuals now. If you'll please stand, remain standing, and then we'll hold our applause to the end. Lieutenant Vince Abrego, Lieutenant Javier Alanis, Lieutenant Juan Cáceres, Captain James Farrell, Lieutenant Juan Garcia, Lieutenant Felipe Hernandez, Lieutenant Art Rocha, Lieutenant Jaime Leal, Lieutenant Mike Luna, Firefighter Jerry Peña, Lieutenant Chris Davidson, Lieutenant Charles Miles, and Driver Ismael Villarreal. Training staff and instructors, thank you for making this academy a resounding success.
Thank you, Chief Williamson. I would now like to bring up Captain Javier Gutierrez to present the Top Fire Instructor Award.
Hello. It is a very much honor for me to present this award. This instructor has been selected by the Academy cadets themselves. I can say that this individual has stepped above and beyond for the service that he's done for our Academy. I would like to present this award to Firefighter Gerardo Peña.
All right, thank you. It's an honor. Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity. And I also want to say thank you to command staff and training division who gave me the opportunity to come out and work with you guys. I got to see a lot of behind the scenes and what it takes to run an academy. And I tell you, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it's been great. And I wish you guys the best. Congratulations. And I hope that you continue to search for that knowledge. No matter what truck I'm in, or you're sitting beside me, search for that knowledge, because it's there. And we'll continue to learn together. Good to go? Sir. Give yourself one. Who says the up?
Congratulations, Jerry.
Thank you, Captain Gutierrez. Now I would like to bring up Captain Philip Winger to present our top EMS Instructor Award.
Good afternoon. This award, like Captain Gutierrez already said, was selected by the cadets. They voted on it, and I know this gentleman for many years now, and I just want to say that this person, besides just in the EMS Academy, has embodied the spirit of EMS both on and off duty. He has a true passion for this, and he shows it when he teaches in the academy. Without further ado, I'd like to present to you the McAllen Cadet 17 Alpha Top EMS Instructor to Lieutenant Charles Miles.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored. First of all, I'd like to thank the administration for allowing me to participate in the EMS Academy. The second piece of that is that this award probably means a lot to me because it was selected by you guys. I'm very passionate about the EMS field, as we know. And one of the things that I alluded to whenever y'all first started was that you'd have to read a lot, but we'd get through it, right? So just a little bit of a piece about that EMS side that maybe your families don't know is that these individuals over 8 weeks read 1,400 pages. They took approximately 25 quizzes and exams, and it's one of the hardest tests in the state of Texas. So kudos to these guys for doing that. Obviously put themselves in a position to be successful here in our fire department, and that's a big deal. I'd also like to say that there are 5 other individuals that are part of the EMS Academy that maybe they're not standing up here, but they are the biggest contributing to the success of this program. We have one of the highest pass rates in the state of Texas with 100% over the last 2 years. A lot of that is due to you guys, but also I'd like to give a big shout out to the instructors as well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Captain Winger, and congratulations, Lieutenant Miles. Chief Gloria will be performing the presentation of the Academic Achievement Award.
Hello, everybody. Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, City Manager, Command Staff, Chief of the Year. Thank you for the opportunity to present to you the Academic Achievement Award. This award goes to a cadet that throughout the entire academy has been able to perform at the highest level, skills, academically, exams, studying, everything that you can think of having to do with being prepared, reading, studying, taking exams, quizzes, performance, everything put together. This award is going to go to the cadet that has achieved the highest grade throughout the entire academy. Like Chief Williamson mentioned, we have different components through the academy, through an indoctrination process, then the Fire Suppression Academy, then after that they go through a driver operator course, which is also a certification through the state of Texas, and then after that they go through the EMT Academy to become emergency medical technicians. You know, they go through all this process, and this cadet has turned out to be the highest in every single one of those components in the whole academy, to come up with the overall average of 93.3. And that award goes to cadet Marcus Hernandez.
Well, what can I really say? This is all really surreal. You know, I'm really proud of the accomplishments that I actually, sorry about that, I'm really nervous there. But I really don't want to talk about myself. I really want to talk about my cadet class. I really wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for these individuals. We helped each other out every single day, and I'm really proud to call each and every one of you my brothers. If it wasn't for you guys, I mean, I wouldn't be receiving any of this or even being here at that. So obviously, thank you very much to our command staff, everybody that helped in the academy, Lieutenant Guzman, all my instructors, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Gloria, and congratulations, Hernandez. Chief Williamson will now be performing the presentation of the Meritorious Service Award.
Okay. Thank you, Lieutenant. So the last and final award that is going to be granted today is for the Meritorious Service Award. And again, this award was chosen from within the ranks of the cadet class. So this award represents an individual who you have recognized has exercised some sort of influence in your class or leadership, has through the 9 months been the glue that held everybody together during tough times, put in some extra work on an individual basis or with each of you to just really do something to set apart and show his brotherhood to each of you. So you have chosen now firefighter Adrian Limon as your Meritorious Service Award recipient. Congratulations.
I'm kind of nervous myself. I just want to start off by thanking the command staff and training division. Without them, no offense, for running the best academy in the state of Texas. I just want to say it's been a long year, but these guys made it a lot easier. The kind of heart that these guys have, I mean, starting with just the miles that we ran, I think we ran over, what, 230?
232.
None of these guys.
232.
232. And we ran a half marathon. So that just shows what kind of dedication and motivation these guys had throughout the year. I want to thank them personally for always motivating me to do better. And the kind of heart that these guys had is I had a little speed bump in the academy, but these guys were there to motivate me and push me through it. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Chief Williamson, and congratulations, Limon. We will now play a short video of Academy Class 17 Alpha while performing some of their training evolutions throughout the Fire Academy.
I'm going to give you the command. All right, face. We'll do cock and drive. You will have that position every single time. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Grab your seams. No, grab your seams just like this. Make a fist. Grab your seams just like this. Head nice straight to the front. While in the fire service, you will be given several instructions, and you are expected to follow those instructions to the T. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
When I give you the command down, you will count 1. Down.
1.
Sir. Down.
1.
Sir. Is it 1, 2? 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Down.
1, sir.
Loud and proud. Down.
2, sir.
Louder.
My experience here with the McAllen Fire Department has been great. I love it. I couldn't ask for anything better. Coming from the military, it's a brotherhood, which I really admire, and I pride myself, being a part of it.
Well, what made me want to become a firefighter was I wanted a job that mattered, a job that I could be proud of, saying like, hey, I'm a firefighter. I wanted to support my family.
What made me want to become a firefighter? I heard it was the best job in the world, so I wanted to come check it out. These guys mean to me, they're my brothers. And we've been through a lot, so we've been through some hard times. They've helped me go. They've helped me, they've pushed me, and I'm gonna be grateful for them. What made me want to become a firefighter was I guess the brotherhood of it, the close bonding you get to be working with another person. That kind of made me want to become a firefighter. Before I was with the city of McAllen, I was in a different department. I was in code enforcement department. And it was thanks to them that they brought that idea up to me. They told me, hey, McAllen Fire is going to be, testing. So they asked for my age, and I told them, I was 29 at the time. So they said, hey, give it a shot. And at first I was kind of hesitant, but then I looked more into it, and I started realizing that's something that I really feel that I can go through and potentially become, a firefighter. And I know that if I did that, that's something where I would want to stay and grow, stay there, grow, and retire there.
It's really opened my eyes. The world that our first responders live in now, it's totally different. You don't know what you're going to expect. So you have to really understand yourself to really understand the situation, if that makes sense. You got to be really honest all the time.
The reason why I joined the fire department is I saw my own family members go into the fire department, and when I became one of the members of that organization, they became a bigger part of my family. Everybody there, greeted me as a brother or as a cousin or anything else like that. And it was just a bigger family than what it is. And especially that we were, all of us were striving for the same thing, which is providing, excellent service for the city itself.
What made me want to become a firefighter, God placed a gift in my heart to want to serve people. And from the beginning in high school, I had a friend of mine that was actually in my cadet class telling me that you should get into the fire department. And I didn't listen to him at the time. I went into the military instead. And shortly afterwards, I did my 6 years. And when I got out, you start missing the camaraderie, and you want to go back to that. And once again, he popped up, and met with him. And he said, hey, they're trying out over here in McAllen Fire Department. Why don't you go? I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So when I did, he ended up becoming in the same class as I was. So it turned out a blessing in disguise. And so far, it's been awesome, an awesome experience for me.
What made me want to become a firefighter is after I earned my bachelor's degree, I started looking into professions that had some relation with what I studied for. And I was told about this opportunity to work for the McAllen Fire Department. So I started doing my research, and when I noticed that the majority of the calls are not so much structure fires anymore, they're medical calls, that's what kind of got the interest in me to want to apply, want to see, this is what I studied for, to be able to have some kind of medical response to the community.
Being here with guys, it's like a family. We've grown real close together. It's a whole year, and we know each other in and out. We hang out a lot together, and we love each other. I feel great pride passing the McAllen Fire Department Academy.
My experience being in the fire department has helped me by helping me mature. I've learned a lot from my fellow cadets, from each and every one of them. I'm still learning. I hope to teach them something as well.
This experience at the McAllen Fire Department has changed me. I'm way more disciplined. I'm a way different person now than I was before. I'm more structured, more confident. 2 miles used to be, when we first started, we were running 2 miles, and 2 miles was a pain. 2 miles was really hard to get through, and then not too long ago we ran 13.1, we ran a half marathon, and it wasn't that bad, so I would have never thought I would do that. I would tell new recruits that they would have to stay motivated, dedicated, and physically in shape to get to this academy.
The training has been pretty intense, for me, because I've worked out before in the past, gone to gyms, stuff like that. But when I started with the working out here with the academy, it's, for me, pretty intense. It's a lot of running, it's a lot of sweating, a lot of working out, CrossFit and things that I've never done before. But it's not only that, it's also the work that we've done as far as the skills that we have to learn. That in itself is also very intense. Pulling hose, drag deploying hose, laddering a building, things like that. They're very intense. It's not as easy as it seems, and especially when you're fully bunkered up, wearing all the gear, and the SCBA tank, everything. It adds up. So it's very intense in my opinion.
As honest as we could. There was times where we're at our lows, and we could see it. You didn't have to talk about it. You could just feel it, and that's. They were there for me, and I was there for them, and we just got the job done. That's the most important goal.
I really do like this kind of work. Actually, I don't like it. I love what I do, and McAllen was my next step for me.
This experience from McAllen Department changed my life by making me a better leader. Definitely when I came in, I thought I knew it all, and the instructors here put me in my place, and they helped me make better decisions. Definitely how to prepare for the worst, and be ready for anything. Being first on hand is most important in the fire department. So. The experience here so far with the McAllen Fire Department, it's given me more an understanding of responsibility and actual commitment to something that's extremely important for the community.
I just want to thank my family for supporting me in this journey. I'm very grateful for all the support, and I love them.
I feel very accomplished. This is actually the most accomplished I've ever felt. Every time in the previous jobs that I've promoted, I feel accomplished, right? But you always have that thought where you can go further, that feeling that you can just go further, and I feel that this is the biggest accomplishment of my life. I feel that it's the greatest thing that's happened to me as far as work-wise. I couldn't have chosen a better department to work for.
Everybody has a weakness, everybody has a strength. And when you come together, that kind of doesn't matter anymore, because you can lean on each other.
They actually mean a lot. If it wasn't for the other 9, it would be really difficult for this academy to continue on, but helping each other out, pushing each other, being there when we actually, we were down or weren't having a good day. My brothers always came to me and supported me and helped me continue on to this academy.
The most fun part for me, sir, was extrication. We were tearing up vehicles and tearing doors off, the roofs. Never got a chance to experience that kind of stuff. I was a wrecker operator, so I towed a lot of vehicles, but I never got to destroy them. So to me, it was fun. And the purpose is to save a life while we're doing it. So I really enjoyed it a lot. I think this opportunity that I was given was a gift from God. I was the last cadet being hired due to some issues, and I don't take that for granted.
It's a good video, 17 Alpha.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to thank MCN, McAllen Cable Network, for creating that video. We just give them a bunch of videos and a bunch of pictures, and they make it happen. But they were throughout the academy. They would come out and film us. I think you saw the mayor in there singing some cadence, running in front of PD. That's our daily run. I do want to add, right, because I didn't make it in there, but we did run 232 miles. So if you don't know how far that is, that's like from here to San Antonio, right? Not in one day throughout the academy, but they didn't challenge me, so we didn't do it in one day. But that's pretty far. The last class, we set a goal for 200, and they ran 207. So this class set a goal to beat 207, and they did 232. We stopped counting push-ups and we stopped counting sit-ups because we just lost. You know, week one we lost that count. But anyways, they did run half a marathon, which is an accomplishment. Every single one of them ran a half marathon. We started with 11, we finished with 9, and 9 of them ran half a marathon. We got second place in the Edinburgh 10K run, but we were the only group that sang in cadence the entire time and in formation. So that was, I think we stole the show there. I still get compliments from that. But anyways, now for the time that we've been waiting for, we will now pin our new firefighters. Each recruit will be called to the front to be pinned. After all of them have been pinned, they will be sworn in with a McAllen Firefighter's oath. I would like to ask the family members and friends participating in the pinning ceremony to please line up to the left of the stage. And Captain Winger, Lieutenant Sanchez, Lieutenant Captain Leos, Captain Gutierrez will guide you there. I also ask that you please hold your applause until the end of the pinning ceremony, after the oath is administered, and we have formally introduced the new McAllen Fire Department personnel. I would also like to encourage you to take photos during the pinning ceremony, but I just want to remind you to be respectful and considerate of the ceremony itself and the other people that are getting pinned. So you're welcome to come take pictures and snap your pictures, and then if you don't mind, please just sit down so we can so the other gentlemen or the other families can do the same. Academy Class 17 Alpha, Lieutenant Hutt. Just form it up over here, Soto. So just in case you're curious, what we're going to do is we're going to call them up. The family members are going to pin them. In case you want to take a picture, they're going to take a picture with them, and then the fire chief will give them their actual promotion letter. So they are graduating, but they're also getting promoted from recruit to firefighter. We're good on the other side? Recruit Guajardo, front and center. Recruit Ernesto Guajardo will be pinned by his father, Ernesto Guajardo, Sr. Also joining them on stage is Recruit Guajardo's fiancée, Anaí Villarreal. Recruit Hernandez, front and center. Recruit Marcos Hernandez will be pinned by his girlfriend, Paula Vasquez, and joining them on stage are his parents, Edna and Marcos Hernandez. Recruit Jensen, front and center. Recruit Brian Jensen will be pinned by his wife, Iris Jensen, and joining them on stage are his parents, Irma and William Jensen. Recruit Limon, front and center. Recruit Adrian Limon will be pinned by his mother, Juanita Limon. Picture. Recruit Martinez, front and center. Recruit Enrique Martinez will be pinned by his girlfriend, Priscilla Austin. Recruit Palomares, front and center. Recruit Jesus Palomares will be pinned by his mother, Marta Palomares, and joining them on stage are his sisters and brothers. Recruit Perez, front and center. Recruit Joshua Perez will be pinned by his girlfriend, Gabriela Martinez, and joining them on stage are his parents, Nidia and Anival Perez. Recruit Resendez, front and center. Recruit Adrian Resendez will be pinned by his mother, Mariana Storm, and joining them on stage is his dad, Bruce Storm, and Recruit Resendez's girlfriend, Samantha Segura. Recruit Soto, front and center. Recruit Abraham Soto will be pinned by his wife, Lizette Ramirez, and joining them on stage are his parents, Estela and Luis Soto. Assistant Chief James Schultz will now administer the McAllen Fire Department firefighter's oath. 17 Alpha, 10, hook.
Thank you. It's an honor for me today to stand before you and present this oath. 17 Alpha, please raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States of America.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States of America.
And the Constitution of the State of Texas.
And the Constitution of the State of Texas.
I will respect, honor, and obey.
I will respect, honor, and obey.
The orders of my officers.
The orders of my officers.
I will obey and respond.
I will obey and respond.
To the rules and regulations of the McAllen Fire Department.
To the rules and regulations of the McAllen Fire Department.
I will obey and support the laws and ordinances.
I will obey and support the laws and ordinances.
Of the jurisdiction in which I serve.
Of the jurisdiction in which I serve.
I recognize that our firefighter's oath.
I recognize that our firefighter's oath.
Is a symbol of public trust.
Is a symbol of public trust.
And I accept our mission.
And I accept our mission to protect the lives and property of all citizens of McAllen from natural and man-made emergencies, utilizing mitigation efforts, control systems, and support services.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to the McAllen Fire Department's newest firefighters from Class 17 Alpha.
Thank you, Chief Schultz. Lieutenant Javier Eloniz will now offer the benediction. Please remain standing.
God our Father, we give you thanks for the success this past year for 17 Alpha. Please continue your blessings on them and our fire department and their families. We ask for your protection upon all who have participated as they prepare themselves for a new year of service to our wonderful community, the city of McAllen. May our Lord bless you and your family, 17 Alpha, and keep you safe. Amen.
Thank you, Lieutenant Eloniz. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our promotional ceremony for the McAllen Fire EMS Academy Class 17 Alpha. On behalf of the McAllen Fire Department, I would like to thank you for your attendance on the special occasion. We do have a small setup in the back if anybody would like to take pictures. Thank you for coming out. Give yourself one.
Yeah.